Welcome back to Aaron and Elle on Kirby Drive. Today is Monday, December 29th, and the Houston Texans have won 8 games in a row.
And are officially playoff bound.
Yes, it wasn't pretty, as it should have been, but they take down the Chargers 20-16. And, I mean, honestly, the way it started, it looked like they were going to win by a million.
I mean, it looked kind of like how the second half of the Chargers game in the playoffs looked last year when we were just, destroying them.
Yeah, I mean, I think I told you before the game, we're going to beat the Chargers by a lot.
By a million,
And, we are built to beat them, and they are not a good football team.
Yeah.
And it looked like that was going to be true in the first half.
Yeah. Which some parts of that are true. But the parts where we had to carry through on our promise, not true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It stinks. The first quarter was electric. You had a huge, I don't even know, 60-something yard.
75-yard touchdown.
75-yard touchdown from Jaden Higgins. Mm-hmm. That was a dot to him. Stayed up, almost tripped. Mm-hmm. And then next time you get the ball, it's a 43-yard touchdown to Jalen Noel. And you have a little rookie duo moment, touchdowns for them. So cool, so fun. You're like, oh my gosh, this is going to be amazing. This is just the first quarter. But in the back of your head, if you're a real Texans fan, you have that fear that says, well, don't you know the team that you root for? And sure enough, everything fell apart. That, ladies and gentlemen, would be the last touchdown that we would score of the day in the first quarter.
Yeah. And so let's stay on the good for a little while longer. So like you said, C.J. Stroud, 2 40-plus yard touchdowns on the first 2 drives of the game. He's the first quarterback since Patrick Mahomes in 2019 to have 2 40-plus yard touchdowns in the first quarter. He's the first quarterback to do that on the first 2 drives of the game since Drew Brees in 2010.
That's pretty cool.
Now, I want to give some caveats to those stats. I'm remembering the first one I gave you about Patrick Mahomes from the broadcast. I'm pretty sure that's what they said. The second one is per some guy called Zach Perellis on Twitter on a tweet that has 169 views. So take that with a grain of salt.
So that's probably true.
That's basically true.
And take our word for it because we're telling you that.
Yeah, that's what the internet is. I see a guy who has no views on his tweet say it, and I'm like, yeah, let me just broadcast it to even more people.
I mean, he has more views than we do. So.
That's fair, yeah. So we're actually doing less harm than he did by telling the lie. So what the hell, Zach? And not only that, but the first 2 Chargers drives in between those bombs ended in sacks.
Yeah.
They held Marion Hampton to 29 yards on 14 carries.
Yeah. I mean, the first quarter was literally 15 yards of offense for the Chargers. Mm-hmm. Crazy.
Yeah.
So it seemed like it was just 3 and outs every time, I'm pretty sure, for them.
Yeah, I mean, it felt like we were going to win by a million, like we said. I mean, they couldn't get anything going on the ground. That was the one thing we were worried about after last week was, man, Ashton Genty really just ran through this defense like crazy.
Yeah.
Turns out all you need is Aziz Al-Shaair back.
Literally, I told you, all we need is him. It's crazy what a difference he makes. I don't know, he's such a good leader. He makes sure everyone's in their spots, everyone's on the same page. And when he goes for a tackle, he completes the tackle. Even if he freaking bends his shoulder back in the process. But he commits to the tackle and he gets it, and you can depend on him for that.
Yeah.
It made a huge difference in the run game.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think Justin Herbert was the Chargers' leading rusher with 30-something yards.
Yes.
Because they just absolutely shut it down. And it was almost like, please, continue. Every single time they got the ball back, the Chargers were like, let's try and run on first and second down and just see what happens.
Yeah, go for it. We'd love for you to do that.
Yeah. It wasn't until they started to get desperate that they started to come into this game a little bit. And really, things started to fall apart a little bit before with, the Dalton Schultz personal foul that was super bullshit. We can talk about it in a little while. But really, things began to fall apart whenever C.J. Stroud threw his first interception, which was, whatever. You watch him have a 4-for-4, 160-yard start with 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, whatever. He got a tip pass for an interception.
Right. It could have been a worse interception, right? You're you see it at first and you're like, oh,
it looked
come
horrible.
on. Yeah, it looked horrible. We're like, CJ, what are you doing? But then you look at the angle that he was looking at and you're like, oh, if he hits that with the speed that he was going to hit it with, it was going to make it to Jaden Higgins out there. But it got freaking tipped, so there's really not much you can do on that. It's not, CJ couldn't have known. So.
Yeah, so that one wasn't so bad. The second one was, though. That was just
The second one was horrific. It was literally to the defender. I don't see any other way how you could have like looked at that, like quarterback viewed that and seen like, oh, there's my target, cool. I don't know if he was just like colorblind for a second and was like, oh, blue helmet. I don't know the jersey color. Boom.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was so weird. I was like, what? And that was just after we had gotten the Aziz interception. When they were on, like, they had that huge play by Quentin Johnston all the way down the field. Justin Herbert threw a freaking bomb, and as soon as it came out of his hands, you knew, oh, shoot. Q's down there somewhere. And sure enough, he was. And then that was, like, a huge momentum kicker for the Chargers. And then we get there, and then, boom, Gadsden, the rookie, tips it into Aziz's hands. And Aziz is so funny. With the 2 interceptions that he's had in his career, he just takes it. He doesn't run with it. He's just like, boom, to the ground. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then the interception. Like, literally, we get Woody out there to get out of the end zone, basically. He gives us a run that gets us in a comfortable spot, and then freaking interception for a field goal. So.
Yeah. I mean, at that point, I would have just gone to the half because things were already starting to get weird at that point.
Right.
Like, you had the Chargers 3rd down and 13, you give up a bomb, then got a pick. You probably just cut your losses and go to the half. Instead, you try and get greedy. And I don't know what CJ was looking at. Again, I have no clue. But it was a bad throw. They ended up getting bailed out because Cameron Dicker missed a field goal that he literally never misses. I don't think he has missed from inside 50 this year.
The commentators were saying he's the most accurate kicker of our time. And then the kick after that, he misses.
Yeah.
So it was so weird. We were like, oh, okay, wow. We'll take it.
Yeah. And then the second half started, and you only had 2 drives. You had 2 drives start in or close to Chargers territory. You could only manage field goals on them. Like you said, they never scored a touchdown again. Kind of got close once. And then they had that holding call on Nico Collins. Rack him up 10, and that was it. Honestly, at that point, you can basically just kick a field goal on first down whenever you get those holding calls in the red zone.
Right.
Because that's just what it feels like every time.
Yeah. I mean, it stinks that the holding call happened. Because, I mean, whatever. Nico, I feel like you should just kind of, like, throw yourself in front of the person, not, like, pull him back. But, I mean, whatever. He's doing his best. He's doing better than a lot of other people at blocking. So, we'll give it to him.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I don't know. This was another classic Texans game that comes down to the wire whenever it really shouldn't. Just because, like, that's the way they choose to play these games. I don't know. I don't know what happens. Like, I don't know why C.J. Stroud can look like an MVP candidate in one quarter and then just look like he has no clue how to play football the next.
Yeah. I don't know if that's on him or if that's on Nick Caley. But, I mean, we've seen 2 seasons of this, where you're like, is it CJ or is it Bobby Slowick? And at some point you have to wonder, is it the quarterback that is so hot and cold like that? But, I mean, whatever. It is true that some of the play calls are stupid that Nick Caley is calling. And I still am not a fan. After this game, still not a fan. You have to have a game, unfortunately for Nick, where you look competent the whole time playing offense. You have to have a whole game, all 4 quarters, where you look like you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And win the game. Sorry, you have to do that for me to believe in you. So.
Yeah. And I think what I find strange is if you play the Texans, why don't you just send 8 players every time at the quarterback? I don't know why you don't just blitz everybody every time because they have no answer for it. And I think even Rich Eisen was talking about it on the broadcast. He was like, look, I know, like they've been sending the house the entire time. Why is your hot route a Jalen Knoll 30-yard corner route that's going to take 3 seconds to develop?
Right.
Why is that your go-to? And we watched it tonight. Caleb Williams just turns and cuts it loose to an out route whenever a corner blitz is coming because he says, hey, I don't have time. This guy's unblocked.
Right.
But that's going to leave a vacated space because if you blitz somebody, that's someone who's not in coverage.
Right.
And for whatever reason, everybody else in the NFL is like, okay, great. That means you have a hot route that's a quick 1-2 step, boom, he's open.
Right.
Instead, for the Texans, they're like, well, what you can do is you can throw a go ball to a running back down the sideline with everybody in your face.
It's really stupid, yeah.
And we can all just think about, oh, man, if we would have just had another second and a half to get set.
You were never going to have that second and a half.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
So
I don't know what makes you think that it's going to be different for you. Like, especially with our offensive line, like they've, like, credit to them, they've done really well, but whatever, like you said, you have to have the play calls that say, hey, they're going to blitz. Let's do a quick, like, out route, and let's be smart. Let's be smart. We look stupid right now. We look absolutely, like, professionals are saying we look incompetent.
there's nothing more infuriating.
Which we do.
There's nothing more infuriating than watching them line up, have 7 guys on line of scrimmage, and you just know exactly what's coming. It's C.J. Stroud backpedaling and throwing a ball that has no chance of being completed to a guy 40 yards down the field.
Yeah, or it's Woody Marks or Nick Chubb or Jawar Jordan running up the darn middle. Like, whatever. Whatever. You can't run out to the side every time you run the ball. Like, you're going to get negative yards. I get it. That only works some of the time. But, oh my gosh. Like, we hit a wall every time. It seems like every other time I see someone else running the ball down the middle, they at least get, like, 3 yards or something like that. We get, like, negative or none, which is just like, okay, great. Like, that was a down wasted. But I don't know. I just feel like if we're capable of calling plays like in the beginning, where CJ, like, I guess this is I don't know. You can take this in 2 hands, I guess. I don't know the phrase, the idiom for it. I'm terrible with idioms. But this is like double-sided. You can call the plays like you did in the beginning, where CJ Stroud just like sends one down to the house for our receivers. And I feel like that's one of his strengths, is he's pretty precise on balls like that. And, like, why don't we do that more often? Why don't we utilize that more often? You can get someone down there. You can get Nico down there. You can get one of the rookies down there and make the defenders think that you're going to throw Nico, like, up short or whatever. Like, why don't we reuse that play? Just because we used it once doesn't mean that we can't use it again. But also, I need to see us be able to last more than one set of downs. Both of those, we didn't have to get a first down. We just played the downs that we had within that first one and happened to make the play. So I guess it's whatever. It's double-sided, but I'd like to see both happen.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's... And a game like that reminds me a lot of the Chiefs game we played in Arrowhead, where we went up 24-0. And it's like, this is great, but there's still, 2.5 quarters left.
Right.
And, like, as long as I've watched this team, they've never been a good... Outside of the one drive they had in 2023 against the Chiefs, where they took, like, 12 minutes off the clock on that one drive at a halftime.
Right, yeah.
I've never seen this team go on multiple sustained 8-minute drives in a game before,
Yeah.
So even if you go up 14, you're like, well, there's still 10 minutes left in the first quarter. Like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's almost like, okay, who cares? Which is a crazy thing to say, but, you feel it, and you're just like, okay, we went up 14-0, but
okay.
what I'd rather see is time go off the clock.
Exactly. Because guess what? They can go down and do the exact same thing. They can launch a bomb to Quentin Johnston and get a touchdown half the time, more than half the time.
Yeah.
And so, like, what shows that you are a good offense is you can take time off the clock, you can be smart about your plays, you can get your downs, and you can, like, manage your play, utilize your playbook well enough to where they, don't see what's coming.
The problem is that this team has no plays for anything other than throw a bomb or run the ball up the middle. This team, like we said, there's no... Once a defense starts throwing blitz after blitz at this team, it's just, all right, let's run the ball for no gain, and then let's try and throw just throw nothing routes on second and third down while C.J. Stroud is running away from the blitz. And I don't know how they fix that. I don't know if they don't have the guys to beat people off the line of scrimmage, if that's what they're afraid of. I know Christian Kirk can do that from time to time. I've seen him do it. I know he's a bit older now, but I know he can. If Jalen Noel needs to get back out there and see if he can break somebody off the line, fine. I know Nico Collins can run a slant. I know he's capable of doing that. I don't know.
I mean, like, utilize Hutch. Like, I didn't see... I mean, he had one catch, I think. But I don't know. I feel like our guys are capable. I mean, sure, we don't have, like, the most talented, like, big-name wide receiver room except for Nico. But I mean, like, you give these guys a chance, 9 times out of 10, I feel like they follow through, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And the other part of these close games you're playing on is that there's every single play gets amplified. And one that people were talking about a lot was the, what's it called? Illegal contact down the field to extend the Texans' final drive and basically win them the game.
Right, immediately, like, the game ended, and then you cut to the Sports Center people or whatever, and they're just like, it's like using language that's like, it's crazy to see the game end like that, or like crazy to see like how one penalty can, although it may not be completely fair, whatever, and then you go into commentary from a ex-Jaguars player. Saying like, I really think they should just let him play ball. Let him play ball. And it's like, yeah, well, I could have said that about 2 different plays that they called on us that we had to have taken back for us. It just so happened that you decided to do the same thing that we did and got called for at the end of the game when it mattered. Yeah. So that's ultimately on y'all. And I saw someone post on Instagram or comment say like, hey, as a Chargers fan, it doesn't matter what penalties you get called. Like, you have to be able to take care of the game on the offense, to where penalties don't matter. You win the game despite the penalties. So ultimately, it's on you. Every team has had games where you're like, those penalties sucked. And I can't, like, and we blah, 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 blah. And we lost the game because of the penalties. And it's like, you got to put yourself in a better position to where you win despite the penalties.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy to hear people talk about it like, oh, wow, like the Texans got handed this game. When not even 10 minutes before, we're watching a drive happen where Justin Herbert gets sacked to end the drive, and they call illegal contact. In the replay, you can watch Ladd McConkey run fully into Jalen Petrie. First of all, the thing that they were talking about, how like, oh, it looked like the offensive player initiated contact for the Texans. Ladd McConkey fully just headbutts Jalen Petrie, and you can see with his big ass head. And at the same time, in the background, you can see that Justin Herbert's already in the grasp of a defender.
Right.
It's like
we're cheering. You're like, oh my gosh, yes. And then you see the freaking flag. You're like, oh my God, what the heck?
Yeah, this has no effect on the play that's happening. Jalen Petrie gets run into after the quarterback is in the grasp of the defender, and then you're going to call illegal contact on a play that was never going to be completed. It's just, that was ridiculous in and of itself, but you know what? You line up and you play the next play.
Then you have to eat it, And
then the fact that, like, okay, you get one, the Texans get one. Sounds fair to me.
Right.
I don't know. It's just crazy, the fact that, like, we're here talking about the refs again, when it's like, look, these plays got called all the way down the field. The Chargers' first touchdown drive felt like they got bailed out every other third down with a penalty to get a first down.
Yeah. The rules analyst came on and explained why it was illegal contact and fully agreed with the call. Not like I don't know if I would have called that, or you know how sometimes they say like, well, like they know what they're doing, but I don't know if I would have said that or something like that. He fully agreed. Yeah. He was like, no, you have to look at that, and boom, illegal contact being made. And all of the freaking times where Jalen Noel was getting thrown around or like put down on the ground on the punt returns or whatever. Crazy. We didn't get any of those flags. And then in fact we got 2 flags on us for offensive holding. It's like, oh my gosh, do you know this guy's on the ground and he called fair catch. Like, I don't understand why we're not doing this. So it just, like, if we want to complain about flags, we can complain about flags. We can go toe to toe on that.
Yeah, we'll go band for band with flags. I mean, the Chargers didn't get a penalty called on them until like the fourth quarter.
So
yeah, so I don't want to hear
you want to talk about that?
I mean, yeah, Tier Tart of all people shouldn't be complaining about a flag, because he went up and he kneed Dalton Schultz in the back of the head.
Fully on purpose.
Slapped him in the face, and then flopped unbelievably hard when Dalton Schultz barely put his hands on him.
You're 300 pounds. How are you going to flop that hard when Dalton Schultz tries to put you on the ground?
Yeah, when Mr. Beast Light tries to put you on the ground. And then they end up moving the Texans back 15 yards, and that stops them from going in and scoring again. Yeah. And it's like, okay, you got yours. That's fine. And that was bullshit when it happened, and we got mad at it when it happened.
Because it was BS.
But then are we going to turn around and say, okay, look, if we had lost this game, it's because Tier Tart's an asshole? No.
He should, at the end of the day, like, if we had lost, we would have been like, okay, yes, that sucked, and Tier Tart is, like, a jerk, and always has been, but you can't retaliate.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's always going to be the freaking second person. But I don't know. It was just so. You want to talk about dirty? Everyone likes to call the Texans dirty defense, whatever. But Tier Tart was so. The way he was so subtle about it, like, was like, oh, I'm gonna run up and boom, like, put my knees into him, Lamar Jacksoned him, and, like, threw his hand in front of his face. It's like, yeah, he knew he wasn't gonna get caught for that because no one was paying attention until Dalton Schultz got up and threw him to the ground.
Yeah.
Whatever, I don't believe that. So that was infuriating, and I hated that guy ever since. And then when we were icing the plays or whatever, the game, I don't even know.
Yeah.
At the end, whatever his name is, Mac.
Khalil Mack just sprinting around the edge like he's going to force a fumble
pushing
on it.
people, like, yeah, I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
There's a lot of things that if they went a different way, sure, maybe you could talk about it. But that's, you know what that means? That means that's another huge hypothetical win for Justin Herbert. And I want to give credit to Justin Herbert because he played extremely well in this game whenever his team was giving him nothing.
That's true.
Like we talked about, that Arondé Gadsden interception to Azeez Al-Shaair, horrendous. That should have been a touchdown pass.
That should have been, yeah.
And instead, it's an interception that you then get right back, and you're thinking, okay, let's get some points out of this. And then Cameron Dicker misses his first field goal from inside 50.
You're just like, come on, man.
Yeah, I mean, J.K. Scott had like 6 horrendous punts in a row.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on there.
Those were really bad. It just one after the other. It was like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. I'd be pissed if I were Justin Herbert. All these different things that are like, and then all these things that we're doing on our end that are like, okay, go ahead, like you have the advantage now. And just can't get anything done with it. And I mean, like, our defense did eat him up.
Yeah.
And whatever, like sack after sack, like I don't know how many sacks.
I think they ended up having 5.
Yeah, which is crazy.
But I mean, Cameron Dicker, they were talking about him on the sideline. He missed that extra point after they scored to try and get within 3. And he missed the extra point as well after I don't think he'd missed one the entire year either.
And it was like one went off to this side and one went off to the other side.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
It was an all-time game. And I mean, the extra point in the field goal was the difference in the game. That's 4 points that they missed out on, and they would have been tied.
That's potential overtime, you know?
Yeah. So I don't know. There's a lot of people saying like, wow, Justin Herbert should win the MVP for this. It's like, well, okay, let's relax. They only put up 16 points. Like, he did get dog walked in the first half. But you know how Justin Herbert's the king of hypotheticals. Every time, every loss for Justin Herbert is actually a win because it proves how bad his team is and how good he actually is.
Yeah.
Because of it. Like, wow, Justin Herbert with this team. Imagine if he had a better team. That's the secret for Justin Herbert.
Yeah. I mean, CJ stuck balls in this game and still did better than Justin Herbert. Yeah. Essentially. Like, I don't know, minus an interception and maybe a little bit better, like, pass percentage. I don't know. It was too close whenever, I don't know. It was just a mid-off. I don't know. It was nothing that would have said, like, wow, one of these guys deserves an award for their performance.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's just horrible. I'll give credit to Justin Herbert. That 3rd down and 14 run where he ran over Derek Stingley and like got out of a sack. That was pretty good. He got out of a sack and threw a ball to Arondé Gadsden that got knocked out. That would have been a first down. And then he completed that pass on whatever 3rd down and 7 at the goal line while I think Sheldon Rankins was draped all over him. And even though it would have been a first down anyway, so it's not that big a deal. But I don't know. He had a couple of plays where it's like, wow, okay, obviously Justin Herbert's very good.
Oh, for sure. That's not an argument.
And he's one of those guys like Josh Allen where you're like, God, can somebody just take his head off? It's so frustrating watching him run where it seems like nobody can get a clean hit on him.
Right. It's so frustrating, but at the same time, it's frustrating because you wish that your quarterback could do the same. Yeah.
But yeah, let's calm down, guys, on crowning Justin Herbert the MVP or whatever, or crowning him as one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL because his team sucks.
Yeah, that's too much.
That's crazy.
Just because he shines on a terrible team.
Yeah, because now he's going to go into probably Foxborough, lose again, and then he'll be he'll be 0-5 in the playoffs or something like that with nothing to show for it. Crazy work. But yeah, I don't know. It's always a good day whenever Jim Harbaugh loses a game. Can't stand that guy.
Ugh, I know. He annoys me.
Yeah.
I don't know. We also didn't make it into the red zone at all.
Mm-hmm.
So just thought I would say that.
Good. You don't need to be in there.
I guess.
We
don't do anything when we're in there anyway, so
yeah.
I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. So now looking forward, the Texans, oh my goodness. Now, Kirby, you can attack her if you want. Let's see if it picks up on the mic. Are you serious? Okay, she's done. So yeah, with the win here, the Texans climbed to the 5th seed after their win over the Chargers and the loss by the Bills in the afternoon window. The Jaguars essentially wrapped up the South, thanks to Philip Rivers' old ass.
Ugh, that was so frustrating.
Yeah.
The Jaguars should have lost that game with all the stupid stuff they were doing.
Mm-hmm. With the win next week, the worst they can finish is 5th with the road trip to whoever wins the Pittsburgh and Baltimore game. So all they have to do is win, and they're at 12 wins, and they'll be at least the 5th seed. So they're in a good spot.
That's not bad. That's not bad with how our season was looking.
Yeah. Yeah, obviously you'd hope to win the AFC South always, but
right.
I don't know. Maybe they'll save us $140 on a playoff ticket, and maybe they'll be back if they get the 5th seed. And, I don't believe in the division winners a lot right now. So
this is true.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see what goes on.
As for the Chargers, they're not that good. I don't think they are. I mean, it's good to, something we were talking about after the fact is, this Texans team never looks good. And you always feel like, okay, but, this isn't going to cut it in the playoffs.
Yeah.
It's just not. But then you look back and you've done it. 8 wins in a row, 5 of which are, playoff teams. So, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, maybe this year you can play like that in the playoffs. I don't know. I guess only time will tell, because you have the Bills running out there tonight, looking like they did, and they're gonna be the 6th seed or something like that.
That's what they're currently at now.
Yeah. So I mean, and if you have to go up against them at some point, then I feel like we can get that done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you finish 5th, you're in a good spot because, I don't know, you feel like you can go on the road to Pittsburgh and win a game. You feel like, I don't know, maybe the same for Jacksonville and for New England. Maybe Denver as well. And then, if you have the better 2 teams in the AFC below you and they got to come here, you feel like you're in a good spot for the first time ever. You don't have to go travel to a New England with Tom Brady at quarterback,
Yeah, because we always end up traveling for the second round.
Yeah.
And that ends up being our Achilles heel. Mm-hmm. So maybe this year, it's good that we don't win the division.
Well, this year we'll have to travel probably for all the rounds, but...
Well, never mind.
Who knows? But as for the Chargers, they lose the AFC West. They had a chance somehow to win this game, win next week, win the AFC West, and possibly even be the 1 seed in the AFC. Now they're all the way in the 7th seed. It's probably about where they belong. I don't know how they've won 11 games like this, but whatever. The best they can do is the 5th seed with a win by them, and then I think the Bills and the Texans will both have to lose. But they're currently set to travel to New England in round 1.
Mm. Well.
Which I don't think, I don't know, it's not a bad game.
I feel like they could do it.
Yeah.
So we'll have to maybe play them again?
Maybe, yeah, in Houston, for sure. If we play the Chargers again, it'll be in our stadium, so.
Yeah.
It's good.
That'll be good.
The Texans, their final game will be hosting the Colts at 12 p.m. on Sunday. So, win that game, take care of business, hope that the Jaguars collapse against the Titans like they have in the past.
I believe that they're due for it. They've got to. The Titans didn't look absolutely terrible today. Mm-hmm. They looked like they could get something going.
Yeah.
They had the momentum. I don't know. I feel like they could get it done.
Yeah.
But word is that Philip Rivers will not be starting for the Colts. That's just a rumor right now. Nothing's official. But there is word that he will not be. And so that means that it would either be whatever his name is.
Riley Leonard
or which it would probably be.
Or maybe they'll call Tom Brady and be like, why don't you come play for us or whatever. Call Roger Staubach up and be like, hey, do you want to come see if you still got it?
Yeah.
Is he even still alive? I don't know.
Why not? Yeah, they'll be the second chance team or whatever.
Yeah. Infuriating. We have some discussion about that later, but they should be investigated for what they've done. Yeah. Anything else on the Texans game this week?
I don't think so. Just all that. Ball don't lie on Autry. He did trip Justin Herbert, so hands up in the air. I do admit that. He should have done that. However, on the next play, he does get a strip sack on Herbert. So
Yeah. Yeah, Herbert looked like he was hurting out there a little bit.
I mean, with a freaking broken hand and sutured up and everything, I can't believe he's even out there.
Yeah, but doesn't that make him the greatest quarterback to ever play?
I mean, he's tough as nails for that.
Imagine if he had a healthy hand.
Imagine if he had a healthy left hand.
Yeah. Imagine.
Non-throwing hand. His potential.
Yeah, so we'll move on to the next Saturday game. We would talk about the Christmas Day games. That was so long ago, and also who cares?
That was so long ago. Oh, my gosh.
But the Saturday night game was Ravens 41, Packers 24. I'm sure that NBC thought they were getting a real good one when they booked this game out at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
Jordan Love and Lamar Jackson looking to make a playoff push, maybe even for the 1 seeds in their conference.
Right.
And instead you got Tyler Huntley and Malik Willis as your matchup on paper. And then double reverse, for some reason they decided to turn this into a Tom Brady Peyton Manning matchup in the middle of December for no reason.
Yeah, they were balling out of control. It was crazy. So much so where Malik Willis literally balled out of control to the point where his
threw
shoulder
his arm out of his socket.
So he had to be put away.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Malik Willis, 18 of 21, 288 yards passing, a touchdown through the air, and then 2 on the ground.
Yeah.
He was just unbelievable.
He was crazy.
His defense sold him, though.
Yeah.
Because Derrick Henry had 36 carries for 216 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Then that is Derrick Henry that we have been missing this whole season.
Yeah.
Why haven't we been doing this all season if we're the Ravens?
Well, I mean, like, we were talking after the game, and it was just, I just told you it's incredible how John Harbaugh, for some reason, needs to be reminded, like every other game, that Derrick Henry can run the football.
Right.
Because last week, after they went up by 10, with like 12 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter, Derrick Henry never touched the ball again. And this week he's like, oh, okay, give the ball to Derrick Henry.
I forgot.
And then he just runs wild over the Packers defense.
Literally against the mighty Packers defense, minus
Micah Parsons.
But I mean, still, they're still supposed to be good without him.
Yeah.
And he runs all over him. So.
I do feel a little bit bad for the Packers and Malik Willis because he threw his shoulder out, like you said. They were driving down 10 to go try and get themselves back into the game. There was still like 8 minutes left.
Right.
And then Clayton Tune had to come in. And it wasn't even Clayton Tune's fault. He threw a pass to Bo Melton, who just like tipped it in the air, and Marlon Humphrey picked it off. It's like, okay.
And momentum gone.
Yeah. It kind of ruined, like, it was a great game, you know?
Yeah.
But, I mean, like, it kind of ruined what could have been because Malik Willis was coming back out of the tunnel and everybody in the stadium was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And then, boom, the one play that he was out, just game over.
Did Malik Willis return?
I think he might have come back, or maybe not. I think the game was already over by the time he came back.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. He may have gone back in. I don't remember. But yeah, the Packers, with this loss, they're 9-6-1 or something like that, 9-7-1. Yeah, that adds up. They're now locked into the 7th seed in the NFC. They probably won't play anybody next week.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I have an interesting stat for you. The Packers, they might be 7th seed merchants.
Really?
So the NFL expanded the playoffs ahead of the 2020 season. The Packers, they missed the playoffs in 2022. Then they've been the 7th seed the last 3 years.
3 years.
If the NFL hadn't expanded the playoffs to include a 7th team, they would have missed the playoffs the last 4 years in a row.
Dang. So they're the sneaky team every year. Sneaky in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Just to not make it.
Yeah, so I think Matt LaFleur is getting a lot of credit for bringing his team to the playoffs whenever, you know, if this run of games had happened any other stretch of years in the NFL, who would not have even made it one time. So.
Yep.
So, I don't know. I mean, you have to give credit to them because they're the only 7th seed to date to actually win a game. I think they won, like, the first game that ever was played between a 2 and a 7 seed.
Yeah.
Or something like that. That's actually not true, but like they won the first one against the Cowboys, and then after that, just nothing. So, I don't know. I guess the Packers probably lose. Like they'll end up playing. Maybe they'll play either the Bears or the Eagles.
Yeah.
It's a very winnable game. Although I don't know, after tonight, maybe not. But
who knows? I mean, I don't know. I feel like I don't know. None of the defenses showed up tonight for either San Francisco or Chicago. But their offenses look like they could get it done. I mean, they fixed up a few loose things. Caleb looks at the tape and sees, Loveland that he had out there. Maybe it's different.
Yeah.
I don't know. Or if you would have run DeAndre Swift up there to get a touchdown to give me fantasy points, then maybe it could have been different. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. As for the Ravens, this win gave them hope on Saturday night. They could have been eliminated with the loss, but they won. They got their job done, and they just needed the Browns to beat the Steelers today.
Which they did. And everyone was like, oh, that's not going to happen. That's crazy. It's the Browns. Boom. Shador gets it done.
Yeah. And so now that sets them up for a game with the Steelers next weekend on Sunday Night Football, the last game of the regular season. Winner gets into the playoffs.
Crazy.
And Lamar Jackson's still 50-50 to play in that game or not with the back contusion.
I don't think he plays.
You don't think so?
I don't know. He's been so like, my back hurts.
Yeah, I never want to accuse anybody of faking
Which,
an
whatever.
injury. But
yeah. I didn't think it needed the back.
There's plenty of people playing through actual like broken bones and stuff like that I'm like, I don't know.
Maybe it's a bad one. I don't know. Maybe he got him in like
maybe he like ruptured his spleen or something like that. I don't know.
Maybe it like punched his kidney or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Beats me. So I don't know. Whatever. People are saying Lamar doesn't want to play anymore. So.
Yeah.
But his injury is still serious.
Yeah. And so with that, we moved into Sunday early slate. Jaguars 23, Colts 17. The Colts suck balls. They suck. They suck, and you can't count on them for anything. And I can't imagine being a Colts fan because they are just actually atrocious. Yeah. Rooting for them for one weekend stole all my will to live. They actually suck ass.
Yeah, it wasn't fun. First of all, you have to depend on Phillip Rivers to carry you to a win against probably one of the the hottest team in the AFC probably right now. Yeah. And you freaking can't get it done, even when the Jaguars look stupid on offense and make stupid calls and plays and whatever. But then, I don't know. Phillip Rivers throws an interception to where if he had a little bit more oomph on the ball, it wouldn't have been intercepted.
Yeah, so if he was maybe 6 years younger. Right.
If he was not 44 years old, then he would have gotten that and it wouldn't have been an interception. And then towards the end of the game when he threw, no, that was with Red Leonard. So it didn't even matter. But even when he threw it all the way up there, it's like, we can't see the balls maybe coming a little bit further up or whatever, like go up a little bit. I don't know. They're just, that one was always going to be a 50-50 shot. The other stuff you got to take care of. The other stuff that you draw up and you practice and you do, oh my gosh. So many drop plays, drop balls, whatever. I just feel like they could have won this game.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't genuinely think they were actually going to win the game until they jumped out to the 10-0 lead. And I was like, okay, maybe they have a chance, I don't think they're a good football team. I think they probably lose this game with Daniel Jones. Actually, this game, I don't know. The first game, yeah. They were going to lose that game no matter what.
They might have won this game with Daniel Jones. I don't know.
This game with a competent quarterback under the age of 40, they probably win.
Yeah.
Again, the first game, they probably lose. They're probably still going to miss the playoffs with Daniel Jones, so don't get your hopes up, Colts fans. But they were in this game for a lot longer than they should have been because, like you said, Liam Cohen thinks he's the smartest person in the room, in every room he walks into.
Right.
Absolutely catastrophic play calls, that pitch back to Travis Etienne that ends up ball on the ground recovered by the Colts.
Yeah.
Huge boneheaded play. I don't know who you think you're fooling with that. I don't know what the end results of that would have been. Running a pitch back to the short side of the field with a bunch of defenders around you. Yeah. Absolutely foolish play calling. And then on 4th down and 1, it would have been a 41-yard field goal to take the lead, not even to extend the lead. Yeah. To take the lead. You're still tied. Rather than go for a field goal to take the lead against a team who can do nothing on offense.
Yeah.
You decided to run a 4th down play. I think I was telling you in the moment. I was like, go ahead, Liam. I know you got a play in there.
Yeah, run a 4th down.
I know you have a play. I
Yeah.
know you think you do. Mm-hmm. I know you think you've got a foolproof plan.
Yeah.
To get this 1st down. And guess what? You don't.
Yeah.
Because you're just not that guy, pal. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know.
And you're lucky you're playing against Phillip Rivers.
Right.
Because that was, after they didn't get that 4th down, 3 plays later, Phillip Rivers throws that horrible interception to basically give them the game-winning field goal.
Right. When they could have taken it down and maybe themselves gotten a field goal.
Mm-hmm.
So annoying.
Or at least made the Jaguars drive the length of the field to get it done.
Yeah.
You know?
Gosh, that's stupid.
But instead, Liam Cohen gets bailed out.
Bailed out by a horrible team right now.
And make no mistake, if the Jaguars had lost this game and the Texans had won the AFC South because of these play calls, you can throw Coach of the Year out the window. I still
absolutely.
think it's good enough to throw Coach of the Year out the window.
Yeah. Because that doesn't happen with every team. Like, the Colts, like, whatever, not good right now. Not a good team. Mm-hmm. They are, like, pulling at, like, different things. Like, they're trying to make anything work. Hence the 44-year-old, like, at the helm of the team.
Yeah.
But you make these calls. This doesn't happen with any other team that is of playoff caliber. You do this in the playoffs, oh my gosh, you're not winning the game.
Yeah.
Like, and yeah, I feel like that should definitely be taken into consideration. Like, he annoys me. He just annoys me. He thinks that just like, I don't know, like yelling and being, I don't know, his like locker room post game hype up video or whatever was so chuggy, and I hated it so much. It's like, ew. Still, how does anyone get fired up by you?
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, I guess credit to the Jaguars. You got it done. You're probably going to win the AFC South. I mean, there's no way they lose to the Titans, right?
No way.
Literally
Absolutely no way. Literally,
the
they have congratulations, Jags. You've won the AFC South.
I know. I mean, it's not like they've ever gone into Tennessee with the AFC South wrapped up and lost before. They've never done that.
Yeah. No.
Never.
I mean, unheard of.
So, congratulations. Hang the banner now, actually.
I mean, yeah, let's draw it up. I'll make one for you right now. And I'll put it in Trevor Banks Stadium tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll fly out there to god-awful Jacksonville.
Yeah. Yeah. So, that's why I say investigate the Colts, because, again, like I feel like people have been saying this every week, but Phillip Rivers could not have been your best option. I know there's a lot of people who are like nostalgia baiting online who would love to be like, wow, if Phillip Rivers was your best option available, maybe what does that say about quarterbacks today? What does that say about how we're developing our quarterbacks? Maybe the best time in like NFL history was actually the time where I was between 8 and 17 years old. I mean, back whenever these quarterbacks were playing. It doesn't mean just the guys that I really liked when I was growing up. And I said,
right.
Aaron Rodgers on the TV, he's my favorite player. And then you can look back and be like, wow, they really were the best ones ever. No, maybe it means that they should be investigated for tanking this season,
right,
by bringing Phillip Rivers out of retirement,
or having an excuse to be like, oh well, we're just bad now.
Yeah.
I don't know, we're just really bad. I don't know. That's why we're bad, is because we have Phillip Rivers. Like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
And I'm still on the you're racist for not picking up Colin Kaepernick thing, even though I don't fully believe that. I just think that's a funny thing to level at you as well. So, get fucked. One last thing about this game that I think is really funny. So Sauce Gardner got traded from the 1-7 Jets to the 7-2 Colts. Mm-hmm. From that point on, he proceeded to go 1-6 with the Colts.
It was Sauce's fault. It was his fault. Investigate Sauce.
I just think it's so funny that, like, you know, you always say you see those things. It's like, wow, you went to bed 1-7 and you woke up 7-2.
Right.
And then he just went right back into it.
And then you are out of the playoffs.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. I was surprised to see him back out there today, honestly.
I know. With the Achilles thing, it's like they pulled him out for, like, concern, like, Achilles injury. Yeah. What if that thing, like, pops?
I mean, that's what happened to Tyrese Halliburton, where he hurt his calf and then continued to play on it and then ended up tearing his Achilles.
Right.
And so, if I were the Colts, I wouldn't play him. I don't know why he was playing today, you know?
Right.
Because it's just not worth it, you know what I mean? But I guess, I don't know. I appreciate him going out there and trying.
I like Sauce Gardner.
I have no opinion on Sauce Gardner.
I actually don't. No, I'm fine with him.
Yeah. And like you said, the Colts probably won't start Phillip Rivers next week. Or, I don't know, may not start Phillip Rivers next week. Because, of course not. The Texans are going to have to game plan for something completely different.
Right. We're actually going to have to try.
Yeah.
And, like...
This is going to be the same thing with the Raiders, where we get somebody's best shot after they have one of their worst games of the season. And that's just what it's going to be.
Yeah, and then we're going to have to fight tooth and nail until the fourth quarter, until the clock hits 0 at the end of the game to finally breathe.
Yeah, it's like, can you please just let us blitz Phillip Rivers 1,000 times and kill him and crush him to a million old man bones dust? Like, please.
I know, and if that's why y'all are doing it, you're scared. You're so scared.
Yeah.
And we all know it. And we all know if you take him out, you're so scared that you're going to get killed.
Yeah.
I thought you said you weren't going to be scared, Phillip. You wanted your whole locker room to know that you weren't scared. But look at you now.
He was crashing out after that Josh Downs incompletion that he tried to hurry up and run and snap a ball next. And then they managed to get the challenge flag off.
But that's classic Phillip Rivers.
That was so funny though. I thought we didn't think we were going to see any more of those. He was livid on that.
He was so livid. Dadgummit! Why are you stinking calling that? Put the stinking flag away. Gosh, darn it.
Oh my gosh.
He's so funny.
Yeah, speaking of the elderly, next game, Browns 13, Steelers 6.
Oh my gosh.
This was a controversial one. Not controversial, it just sucked, I think.
I think so. The Browns defense really did their big one here.
Yeah, I mean, I think more than anything, what did they say about on SVP just now? It's saying like that guy with blue hair in Detroit impacted the AFC North more than Joe Burrow ever has.
Literally.
Because they were really missing DK Metcalf in this game.
They really were.
I mean, the
sucks.
The Steelers are just awful on offense.
Yeah.
And I don't understand how they get anything done. There was an interesting quote from Myles Garrett because he didn't get his record-breaking sack. I don't know if you saw all the quotes coming out before the game where they were telling people, like, hold, like, trip, do it. I don't know if they said trip, but, like, hold, like, tackle Myles Garrett if you have to, but do not let him get his record-breaking 23rd sack against us.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. And then he didn't get it today. And Myles Garrett, after the season, said they were more worried about keeping him away from Aaron Rodgers than getting the win, and it came back to bite them.
And that's tough. That's a tough statement.
Yeah. So
I think that's metal.
I don't know. The Browns went up early, 10-0 in this game. Shedeur Sanders had some really nice throws in the first half. Threw some interceptions, 2 interceptions in the second half or like later in the first. The first one was okay. Again, like it bounced off somebody's helmet. I don't know. Who knows if it was going to be completed or not. I didn't like where that was going in the first place, but it's fine. But the second one was just awful. It was just a running out of time, just throwing up an air ball to Jerry Jeudy, and just
oh my gosh,
the easiest interception that DB's ever had in their life. So I don't know. I think Shedeur Sanders has shown enough to start.
Yeah.
Obviously for the rest of the season, but I mean, at least get a look in training camp next year.
I don't know, man. That poor guy. I feel like he's out of Cleveland.
Yeah. So, I don't know. But I mean, hey, like the Steelers, credit to them, I guess. They did drive down the field with like a minute left and try and win the game. They finally showed some life at the end.
Thank God.
It's just that for whatever reason, when they got there, they decided they were going to target Denzel Ward like 3 straight times.
Yeah.
And even he, after the game, was like, I don't know why they were doing that. I was a little bit confused as to why that was their game plan, but, you know, when I'm there, I'm there. So.
Amen. When you're there, you're there.
I don't know. And then on top of that, Marquez Valdez-Scantling is the guy who you're targeting twice on that. It's
I know.
What are we doing?
Hasn't he been on like 10 teams?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. And now they have to host the Ravens for the AFC North next week.
Without DK.
Yeah,
again.
With no DK. And I don't know who I'd want to play more, you know? I think the Steelers are a worse team. Maybe. Right? Like, I don't know. Because the Ravens look really bad at times.
Right.
So.
Even with Lamar.
Probably more so with Lamar at some points, but I don't know. But the Steelers also have put together some like that win over the Lions was not anything to sneeze at.
Right.
So I don't know. Although it turns out the Lions just may not be good. So
There's also that.
I don't know.
You never know.
Obviously, again, the Titans are not going to handle business. The Jaguars are never going to lose going to Tennessee.
Yeah.
But
never going to lose.
Obviously, that's priority number one, hoping we can get that done. The other thing is just like, hey, we beat the Ravens without Lamar. And the Steelers are not, 6 points against the Browns. That's just not a team that you need to be afraid of in the playoffs.
Yeah, this is true.
So, speaking of teams you don't need to be afraid of in the playoffs, Dolphins 20, Buccaneers 17.
Titans are actually going to Jacksonville.
Okay, still I don't care. The Buccaneers are 2-8 in their last 10 games.
Oh my gosh. Scott Van Pelt at the end of the Sunday night game was doing his before commercial end up next, and the Bucs pulled up and he was like, "Someone win a darn football game! Someone just win a game! Put the Saints in the playoffs!"
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
And honestly, that's what I feel. He summed it up perfectly.
I would much rather see the Saints than the Buccaneers or the Panthers at this point because the Buccaneers suck.
Yeah, just horrific football being played.
Baker Mayfield had 2 horrible interceptions. He lost a fumble. Felt like they were never doing anything on offense. They were atrocious on the ground. The leading rusher was Bucky Irving with 19 yards on the ground.
Oh my gosh.
And we watched him take a carry for 12 yards one time. So that means on his other 8, he got a full 7 yards.
That is ridiculous.
That's just not a good team playing football right now. Like I said,
No.
2-8 in their last 10 games. They really, if you go back and look at the games that they won in the beginning of the season, they shouldn't have been in those either. Like Henry To'oTo'o makes a tackle. First of all, the Texans are fighting for a 1 seed right now, potentially. Second of all,
hypothetically.
Second of all, the Buccaneers' record is probably 4-13 right now. They are just not a good team. And they won a bunch of games at the beginning of the season by the skin of their teeth.
Yeah.
And now it's catching up to them.
It's quite a horrific scene in Tampa Bay. The wheels are falling off the wagon and breaking into a million pieces.
Yeah.
I don't know what guys they had, not guys, but UISE, I think, they had in the beginning of the season. And guys, I don't know. They've had a lot of injuries this season too, but I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're running out there. I don't know what they did in the beginning of the season to make everyone believe. We were believers. We were Baker-leavers for a time. I don't know. But now it is it's sad scenes in Tampa Bay.
Yeah. They just suck. They just flat out suck. And we'll talk about how they can still get into the playoffs in a second once we cover the other assholes in the NFC South, which is Seahawks 27, Panthers 10. The Panthers maybe even worse. And somehow they have a better record, but they are just both garbage fire on a football field.
Yeah.
The only reason that this game was even close into the third is the fact that the Seahawks threw an interception in the end zone where Mike Jackson definitely stepped on the end line. But they said that his shin was down on the foot that was actually in bounds.
Interesting.
Before his toe came down. And then the very next play, Chuba Hubbard fumbled the ball. So, ball don't lie, I guess. And that was whenever the Seahawks took control of the game. But, the Panthers are just bad. The Seahawks, you're not off the hook either because you're kind of bad,
Y'all
too.
look bad, too. Sam Darnold got sacked for, freaking 15 yards every time he got sacked. What are you doing?
Yeah, they're it was 3-3 until 5 minutes left in the third quarter. So, I don't know. Bryce Young threw a horrible interception to set the Seahawks up to take a 17-3 lead. There's a fan in the crowd who had a Bryce Young jersey on. He took it off to reveal a J.C. Horn jersey.
But who is that?
They're one of their corners, which is probably a better call.
Gosh. Yeah.
But that makes a ton of sense because Bryce Young was 14 of 24 today. How many yards passing do you think he had? Do you think he broke the famous 200-yard barrier? Or not?
I really don't think so.
No.
Yeah. Definitely not. Hold on. How much did he get?
He had 54 yards passing today. 54 yards on 24 attempts. He was averaging 2.1 yards per attempt.
That is atrocious. There's more rushing yards than there are passing yards.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Shut it down. Shut it down.
Yeah, I mean, he had a good rushing touchdown. That was kind of cool. He got a little bit of swag off of that, but dude, it's just not going to work out with this team. They're just not good. They're just not good. And I really am happy for Panthers fans that they're back in the stadium and whatever, cheering and stuff like that. That's really cool.
Yeah.
But
you need that.
You're wasting your time.
I think the Panthers are going to win the division.
I mean, they have the inside track, which is what we can talk about now, is that the Panthers and the Buccaneers now, the Panthers could have won the NFC South today with the win. They were never going to beat the Seahawks because the Seahawks will now go play the Niners for the NFC 1 seed, which is good for them. Congrats. Yeah. I guess. I don't know what the hell that's about, but fine. But now that we've set up 2 winner-take-all of the shittiest divisions in football in Week 18, the Panthers will play the Buccaneers for a chance to get into the NFC South or into the NFC playoffs. Mm-hmm. Now the Panthers have the slight inside track because not only if they win will they get in, but if they lose, the Buccaneers are not automatically into the playoffs. Because the Falcons at 6-9, if they win both of their games, which they play tomorrow night against the Rams, which this is probably all moot because they're not going to win that game. But if they do win that game against the Rams and then win their Week 18 matchup, that would set up, theoretically, a 3-way tie at the top of the NFC South at 8-9. Vomit in my mouth. And because of head-to-head records, the Panthers would win the division based on that tiebreaker.
Crazy.
So the Panthers could still theoretically lose to the Buccaneers in Week 18 and then get in because the Falcons finished 8-9 as well. Now, at that point, I think you just make them all play a 3-way game on a field and just blow up the stadium at the same time.
Yeah, that's crazy. Oh my gosh, yeah. Put the Saints in. I don't care. I don't care to see any team in the NFC South play except for the Saints. Yeah, They're the only ones that are actually interesting to watch right now.
I think if that game happens and they throw more than 2 interceptions combined, I think the Saints automatically get a bid to the playoffs.
I think so too. Who do we talk to about that?
I don't know. It's moot. It doesn't matter because nothing good ever happens. But yeah, congrats to the Seahawks.
I don't know.
Congrats to the Seahawks for winning against a very bad team. Not very convincingly, but you got it done in the end. Speaking of very bad teams, Patriots 42, Jets 10.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, this was crazy. Before they got their last touchdown, I was like, I saw like, oh, and Breece Hall gets a touchdown. I'm like, oh, look over. I'm like, I knew the Patriots were winning, but just like, by how much? No clue. Look over, 42. It's like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. They're already so sad this season. Well, I mean, whatever. Yeah. Division rivals, they don't care.
They
Put them in the ground.
They had quit. Like watching this game, the Jets, obviously, they quit a long time ago. But I mean, Drake May absolutely ruined them. 19 of 21, 256 yards, 5 touchdowns. Yeah, again, for the second week in a row, Drake May getting MVP chance on the road. It's crazy. I don't think he's going to win it. I don't think he, frankly, deserves to win it. But
I don't think so either.
This was a crazy game. You can't deny this is a crazy game.
It was. I mean, I don't know. He got done what he needed to get done. At one point, they couldn't get any field goals, right?
Who?
I think someone was saying the Patriots. They were like, oh, they can get touchdowns, but they can't get field goals right now. I don't know.
I have no idea.
So maybe they tried and couldn't get it. I don't know. That's just what I heard from the background commentating.
But yeah, the Patriots now are 13-3. They'll need a win and a Broncos loss to get a bye in the playoffs. So they're on the outside looking in, but who knows? The Chargers can always pull one out for them, and they're not playing it. They're playing the Dolphins. So
yeah,
with Quinn Ewers at quarterback.
The Dolphins. Oh my gosh. I mean, the Dolphins. They were against a
bad
Bucs
Buccaneers team
that sucks. Okay, never mind.
But they did win. You're right. The Dolphins are not. They're not the Jets. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. Yeah, the next game, Saints 34, Titans 26. Tyler shucking it up again. He's now 5-3 as a starter, 333 yards on 22 of 27 passing, 2 touchdowns.
That's crazy. Hasn't he hit the 300 barrier like 2 times now?
Pretty sure, yeah. He's just cracked.
He's balling out of control. Yeah.
I think he's very, very easily the best quarterback in this class. Mm-hmm. He had a duel with the number 1 overall pick today, and he won.
That is true.
The Saints have won 4 in a row for the first time since Drew Brees was playing.
What?
So.
Are you for real?
Yeah. That's a stat that I'm pretty sure I heard on Red Zone. So take that with a grain of salt.
That is insane.
But yeah, Tyler Shuck, Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, I agree. Where do I put my vote in? That is very impressive. Very, very impressive.
I mean, it doesn't matter, of course, but they're building something into next year, which is cool for the Saints.
Yeah.
Chamari DK set the record for all-purpose yards by a rookie in this game. Don't care. Next game, Bengals 37, Cardinals 14. Speaking of records I don't care about, Trey McBride sets the records for receptions in a season by a tight end in a horrific 3-13 Cardinals season. I don't know what the hell is going on. Every single week, the Cardinals are like, we just set the record for most blah, 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 ever in the entire history of the NFL. And then it's like the Cardinals lose 47-10. It's like, what? What are we doing?
Like, how? How did you ever achieve any record looking like that?
Yeah. It's insane what's going on in Arizona, and it's not getting any better anytime soon. So, sad. Yeah, and then Joe Burrow, CEO, balling out when nothing matters.
Literally always can count on him whenever there are no stakes on the line. He said, "Oh, but look, I can do this." Mm-hmm. Okay, Joe. Thanks.
Yeah.
Where was this? Literally before anything happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, he got injured this year, but again, the first week and a half, he did not look great either. So, I don't know.
Pre-turf toe.
Yeah. The only fun things in this game was guard Cody Ford. For whatever, I don't know. They just said, fuck it. They were already up like 30-7 at this point. They just lined him up at wide receiver. And then they just threw him. Like, they were on the 30-yard line. Yeah. It wasn't like a goal line trick play where they're like, all right, we're going to throw it to him like in the back of the end zone and just like he's got to just catch it and stand still. They just lined him up at wide out. The furthest out you could be on like the 30-yard line and just straight up just threw him the ball like a comeback.
Yeah.
And then he just ran for like 27 yards because everybody's like, what the hell? Whoa, he actually caught the ball. And now we can't tackle him because he's 340 pounds.
Which, I don't know. I feel like that's really funny. Good for the game, I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah.
And keep it interesting. Especially in games like this where it's just toilet bowl.
I would have been doing that at the start of the game. I wouldn't have waited until we got a lead. I would have let him play quarterback. I don't even care.
Sure. Yeah.
Who cares?
No one can sack him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw something earlier today where like Jackson Hart threw it out of bounds and like it just barely scraped like just like barely went over the guy's head. Mm-hmm. I was like, if I was in one of these games, it didn't matter. I would just on one of my throwaways, I would just launch it like into out of the stadium and just see what anybody said.
I mean, yeah. See if you could make it out of the stadium. That'd be impressive.
I would just say, oh, I was throwing
to
to
the
him.
upper deck. Yeah. Like, I slipped. Sorry. Fully lining up to launch it to the third deck.
Yeah.
It'd be funny.
Coach would probably be upset, but it would be funny.
I mean, why not?
So yeah, do we have any need to discuss this game further?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
Anyways, moving on to the very slim afternoon slate. I don't know whose idea it was to do this.
Yeah, I don't know.
To put only 2 games in the afternoon. I get you had a bunch of games on Christmas, but and on Saturday as well.
Yeah, but we could have spread out the afternoon or the early slate out a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. At least go 6-3 or something like that.
I mean, something, because these 2 games just didn't satisfy.
Especially when one of them is the Giants and the Raiders.
Right. The ultimate toilet bowl.
Yeah, I mean, we could talk about that one first if you want, but Giants 34, Raiders 10. The only interesting part of this game was that brawl on the sidelines that we just watched where people fully throwing punches. No flags get thrown because there's no refs around.
Right.
But there's one ref who made sure that was not the case for much longer. Because he went X Games mode. He was crawling over people.
Didn't he throw his hat off? He lost his hat or something.
Yeah.
Wait, literally looked like he was about to go save his child or something. Mm-hmm. I have no idea. You didn't know what he was running towards. There was a fire or something.
Yeah, he's climbing over the benches and stuff.
Yeah.
Doing an army crawl under barbed wire and stuff just to try to get to the fight.
Is that the same ref that stood in front of Jackson Smith and Jigba?
No, I don't think so. That would have been funny.
That would have been funny.
Oh, the one who you got confused into thinking he body slammed him at the whatever you were watching.
Yeah.
I still wish we'd gotten that on tape. If we showed Ellie the video of Jackson Smith and Jigba getting yelled at by the ref or getting like mean mugged by the ref, and then somebody like made an AI to where he just like choke slammed Jackson Smith and Jigba, and like Ellie was like, "Oh my gosh, what is he doing?"
That was funny.
Uh,
That was funny.
yeah, but this is a classic Giants game.
Classic. Come in, blow their first overall pick, and
Get out.
Yeah, and then you had a good game, I guess. Good job.
Yeah, I mean, with the loss here, the Giants would have secured the number 1 overall pick in next year's draft. They would have locked it down in week 17.
Dang.
And instead, they won this game. They now fall to number 2. I'm pretty sure they're at 2. They're at 2, just in front of the Jets. They can still get it back because the Raiders have a harder strength of schedule. So if the Giants lose to the Cowboys next week and the Raiders beat the Chiefs, the Giants will reclaim the number 1 overall pick. But right now it's looking like the Raiders are going to be picking number 1.
Nast. But
Yeah.
honestly, they need it. They just need everything.
Mm-hmm.
Just honestly, move it back to Oakland. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
they should.
feel like Vegas was a bad idea.
Yeah, I don't know what they got going on over there. Geno Smith threw 2 more interceptions today.
I'd rather live in Oakland than I would Vegas.
Yeah, Emeryville wasn't bad. I guess that's not technically Oakland, but
It's close enough.
yeah. Yeah, Wando Robinson, he's the first wide receiver 5'8" or below to have 1,000 yards since like the 70s, I guess. So that's cool. I don't know. There's nothing interesting about this game inherently. The only interesting thing about the Raiders at all right now is the fact that like Max Crosby, interesting timing as well, should be investigated. Genuinely should be investigated. But Max Crosby apparently has been playing through a knee injury since like week 9, right?
Since week 9?
Yeah. And before this game, this very pivotal game
Right.
in draft position, he gets told by the team that he's getting shut down for the season.
Yeah.
And he's so upset to the point where he storms out of the facility, leaves the facility, doesn't contact the team anymore, and then goes home and posts a bunch of videos of him like jumping on the trampoline with his kids and stuff and running around and playing sports with them. As if to say like, no, I'm perfectly fine. I don't need to be shut down now.
Yeah, what the heck?
And I think his message to the team was, if I was healthy enough to play all these last couple of weeks, what changed now
Right.
to where I can no longer play?
It's a fair point.
I mean, I think it's obvious to me is that they're playing a team that they could jump in the draft position.
Yeah. That needs to be investigated. That's too much. That's too much. Especially when Max Crosby is like, hello, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Like, I played just fine against the Texans last week, where we almost won.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you taking me out now?
Yeah.
That is really fishy. I don't like that.
Yeah, especially compared with the Texans game where you're like, oh, shoot, like we almost won a game.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're going to play this other team that
we could
jump.
definitely, like...
Yeah, we could definitely beat this team. We need to sit out Max Crosby right now.
That's crazy. No, that needs to be looked at. If you're hearing me, Roger, investigate it.
Yeah, investigate them right now.
Surely someone is saying that.
Mm-hmm. But we're saying it. We're in the media.
That is true.
We've got blue check marks in our comments, so.
True. So spread it around.
Yeah. But the big game for the Texans, Eagles 13, Bills 12. Big booty Josh Allen could not get it done this time. Did you hear that?
I did. Tom Brady. I did hear that.
His horny ass. Ever since his wife
I was
posted
like-
about her marriage or whatever, he's been going through it.
Oh, why can't I have one? That was so like I'm like, I never thought of Josh Allen having an inherently big butt.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, God forbid a white boy get a little motion. But,
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, yeah, this was just a classic Bills choke job. It just came a couple weeks early. Normally this would happen in the playoffs, and it happened in December where they were usually very good, like 15-1, I think. Mm-hmm. But
Well.
in fairness, it was like pouring like torrential rain for most of the game.
Literally like puddling. Like you could see when they were like falling to the ground, it's like water going everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Josh Allen tuck ruled himself. He like tried to pull the ball back into his body, ended up basically like tossing it through his arm like all the way back like 30 yards to set up the Eagles' only touchdown of the game. They got stopped on 4th and goal where he was like an inch away from the goal line. Mm-hmm. And then, credit to them. They ran that stupid ass not flea flicker, but hook and ladder again.
Yeah.
To go get a first down and 4th down and 10. Mm-hmm. Which the Bears also tried to do, and it didn't work out for them either.
Right.
But they did it. They got down the field. Brandon Cooks had himself a game.
He did.
Came back from the dead.
Good to see him again.
Yeah, he had like two huge catches down the field. The last one bigger than anything, where I was prepared to say, look, all right, Bills are back on their bullshit.
Yeah.
Doing some more trick plays to try and get Josh Allen back into this game. But when they line up and try to play football, they can't do it. And then Brandon Cooks climbs the ladder to get that ball and set them up to score. And they get in. That's whenever Tom Brady was like, yeah, go push his big booty in there.
Go give Big Booty Josh Allen a slap or whatever.
Mm-hmm. And then they went for 2, which is something we talk about in a second. But Josh Allen rolling to his left misses a wide open Khalil Shakir.
That would have been points 2 for my fantasy.
But it's good because the Texans needed this loss by the Bills.
They did.
And the Bills, they lose. They lose this game where...
They so could have won it. And then Josh Allen goes off cussing and throwing and crying and spitting and pooping. I don't know. From his big booty.
Yeah, he had an all-time crash out on the sideline, slamming his helmet, saying the F word. Josh, there are kids watching.
Josh, you're a married man. You're a father. You're going to be a father. You can't be saying all that.
Oh, yeah. So now my question to you is, should they have gone for 2 there?
I don't know. I think no. If I were the Bills, I don't think so, because this is where you come alive as a team. Mm-hmm. Always, historically, this is where the Bills come alive, is in these pinch moments where literally it is do or die, and you get it done. Mm-hmm. And, like, point in case, Josh Allen throws a better ball, they get it done, But I think you could have done that the regular way. Yeah. Just take it to overtime, and guarantee yourself another chance. Yeah. Whereas with this one, it's over. Yeah. And it's over. I mean, whatever. If they would have gotten it, then we would be saying different things, right? Yeah. We'd be saying whatever. I feel like I still would have said, whatever. It could have gone the wrong way, but that's why you take the extra point, because you just don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if literally a shot that Josh Allen makes 99.9% of the time for some reason doesn't get made. Mm-hmm. So, whereas I feel like I'd have more confidence in him Josh Allening it down the field again. Yeah. Whenever the Eagles haven't scored a touchdown since the first quarter.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they had 17 yards offense in the second half. I don't think they were going anywhere.
Even
if you kick the ball back to them in overtime.
No. Yeah, especially, with their defense doing as terribly as they were. Mm-hmm. And their offense doing as terribly as they were. I would just take it to overtime. Yeah.
I mean, obviously it would help if they had just kicked the extra point, made the extra point the first time around. Jalen Carter blocked that extra point. Welcome back, Jalen Carter. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I don't know. That was just another puzzling game where, like, okay, yeah, maybe Sean McDermott gets some grace for the call, where it's like, okay, I get it. If you complete it, it's a different conversation. Right. But regardless, the conversation we need to have is why you're only scoring 12 points in a game.
Right.
Where you
almost got shut out.
Yeah.
That never happens.
You didn't score until the fourth quarter at home.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think the Bills are going to struggle to do anything ever. Like, I just think that that's the case, period.
They need more help.
Yeah. I don't know. So, they lose the AFC East on this game. They currently are set up to go to Jacksonville, which would be awesome. I think that'd be... That would be great if the Bills can go to Jacksonville, because I think they would give the Jags a run for their money for sure. Mm-hmm. But they can finish anywhere 5 through 7, just like the rest of the wild card teams. Mm-hmm. The Eagles, on the other hand, they're still alive for the 2 seed, but they need some help. Yeah, but they'll be the 2 seed if the Bears lose next week and then they win their game.
Crazy.
Which I guess cool, doesn't really matter. The last game of the night. That was absolutely electric. 49ers 42, Bears 38.
Yeah, that was a good game. Mm-hmm. I liked watching it.
You're also playing Kobu Hotel or something like that.
No, Toca Boca.
Okay, sorry.
Put some respect on Toca Boca, please. all my people my age know Toca Boca.
Okay.
so you should know it too.
No clue what that game is, but
It's fun, whatever. But yeah, it was a fun game. I don't know, you like when games, whenever games are tight, you're like, oh my gosh, the defenses are going crazy, whatever. But it's funny whenever the defenses are terrible because then you get a, like, oh, touchdown.
yeah.
And I feel like that's better?
Yeah.
Question mark?
I mean, it's certainly a lot more fun to watch. Unless you're a fan of the team that's defense is putting it down, then obviously it's a lot of fun.
Right.
But even Texans games are not very fun to watch.
No.
A lot of the time. But this game had it all. I mean, it was tied at 7, 14, 21, 28, and 35. It's the first time it's ever happened in a regular season game.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, they were just going band for band, touchdown for touchdown. It looked like maybe the Bears were going to do something crazy this game because they started out first play, pick 6 on Brock Purdy. And
like
then,
first play.
Yeah. And
Crazy.
then he just came right back and just kept dugging on them all night long. He just couldn't be stopped.
Someone stop this white boy.
Yeah, he has too much motion. They'll kill you, white boy. You have to calm
God
down.
might forbid that a white boy has too much motion.
Oh my gosh, he's just ridiculous. I mean, he's the first Niners quarterback since Colin Kaepernick in the 2012 postseason to have 2+ rushing touchdowns and 2+ passing touchdowns in a game. It's the second game in a row with 5 total touchdowns. The one he had, I think, this third touchdown pass or second touchdown pass where he just basically ran a circle around Bears defenders and then threw back to Kyle Juszczyk. Unbelievable play.
Yeah, that was good. It just looked so well done. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
no notes.
The Niners offense has been insane the last couple weeks. They scored 37, 48, and 42 in their last 3 games.
That's insane. They've been scary, really scary. I feel like not the Niners team that we played.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's...
Somehow.
Well, I mean, Mac Jones was starting for them back then. It's incredible to see what they've done with all the injuries they have. That's really
That's the most
been
amazing
impressive.
part, I feel like.
Yeah, it's been very impressive. I don't know, and even Fred Warner's talking about coming back, possibly in the playoffs. The crazy thing is, like, they can, now that they've won this game, they'll host the Seahawks next week for the 1 seed, and if they win, they could potentially be at home every game. They could be home like 7 weeks in a row until the Super Bowl, which is in Santa Clara this year. So,
That's insane. That's so insane.
So they've got everything ahead of them, even though they've had a bunch of injuries. The thing that I'm really impressed with, though, in this game is the Bears. Because I've seen the Bears muck it up and win ugly games. You know, whatever. Like, they come back from behind, and usually it's a game like the Packers game where the Packers have a backup quarterback in and they're playing, you know, they score 16 points, and it's like, okay, you didn't need to go band for band with this team. You just needed to score 1 touchdown at the end to get level with them. And then it's just kind of like playing out the stretch and getting the last play done, you know?
Yeah.
This is a game where they went up 7-0 in a flash and then went down 14-7 basically just as fast.
Yeah.
And then they matched them at 14. They matched them at 21. They matched them at 28. Matched them at 35. Went ahead 38-35.
Right.
They had to be perfect the entire night.
They had to keep getting touchdowns.
And they basically were. I mean, Caleb Williams had some crazy throws to Colston Loveland.
Oh my gosh, those two were like connected all night long. They had some type of something going on.
Yeah. DeAndre Swift, 2 touchdowns, right?
Yeah.
For your fantasy team.
Yep. 2 touchdowns. And he had a good amount of receiving. I think he was the leading receiver. I don't think Kyle Monengai did that well today. He just didn't have the opportunities.
I mean, leading rusher.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. Kyle Monengai had a couple good runs. He had one where I thought he was going to break it for sure. And then he just ended up not being able to decide on a direction to cut. He got absolutely smashed in the middle. But yeah, I mean, the Bears had a chance to win this game, even though the 49ers went down and scored with like 2 minutes left.
Yeah, it was insane. Sorry, I'm trying to look up the rushing. Yeah, 54 yards rushing. DeAndre Swift.
Yeah.
And Luther Burden also balling it. I don't know if you just said that. You probably just said that. Oh, Luther Burden found out who he is today.
Yeah.
138 receiving yards. Austin Booker was also on one. He had
Like 2 batted balls,
a sack. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he was doing good. I don't know. The Bears defense was terrible, obviously. Like, Austin Booker played well. That was probably about it.
Mm-hmm. Had an
Outside of the
interception. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, no defenses showed up at all. At all.
Yeah.
That's, I don't know, like, one of those things is like, oh, wow, like, the 49ers and the Bears are kind of scary.
Right.
But then you think about it for 1 second and say, okay, yeah, sure. But they're playing each other's defenses.
Right.
They run into a team with a defense. They're not going to score like this. And then are they going to stop anybody ever? Doesn't seem like it. They couldn't stop the Texans.
Yeah. No. They could not. And so that's, I don't know. It gives you pause. It gives you second thought.
Yeah. I mean, certainly it's like, okay, that's great. Like, you don't have to worry about these teams because they're in the NFC.
That's true.
But, you know, you're not, like, looking across the bracket being like, oh, my God, like, we can't beat this team. Like, at this point, you probably want the Niners to get the 1 seed.
Yeah.
Make it harder for the Seattle and the Rams to go. But
I mean, yeah.
like, the Bears had a chance, speaking of, to continue to fight for the 1 seed.
Mm-hmm.
And Caleb Williams, rolling to his right, just missed a wide open Devin Duvernay. He was going to walk in to score, and Caleb Williams just couldn't get it to him.
I know. Just so, gosh, I don't know. He just ran around too much. I feel like whatever. There's people coming at him. He's got to focus on not getting sacked, but at the same time, I just think he held on to the ball too long.
Well, yeah, the last play, that was...
last play.
But, like, it was like, I think it was like 1st down and 10 with like 20 seconds left. Or 2nd down and 10. He had Devin Duvernay running to the right, and he just skipped the ball into him. But if he had gotten the ball there, he would have scored a touchdown to win the game.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Then Luther Burden dropped a pass on the next play. Then on that 4th down, or 3rd down, I think it was, they did that hook and ladder to DeAndre Swift that almost got them in.
Ugh, almost got him.
Yeah. And then, boom. That was the end. The last play was just brutal. I feel like, I don't know. You feel like maybe he could have gone a different direction.
Right.
Rolled out instead of just backpedaling.
Yeah. But then there's...
Yeah, there's somebody right in his face. And he almost got the ball to Ja'Day Barron again. Was that his name? Ja'Day Walker. Almost got it there again.
Yeah. Ugh.
Skipped it. Maybe like a foot in front of him.
He had a little bit more oomph on it. And boom. It would have been a catch.
Yeah.
But, heartbreaking for Bears. But, I mean, you won your division. You're going to the playoffs, and you host a playoff game.
Yeah, you have a good chance to host multiple playoff games. If you win against the Lions, you'll be the 2 seed no matter what. You'll be the 3 seed if you lose and the Eagles win. So, the Bears, you know, this is an encouraging, well, I actually don't know. Because the defense looked worse than it ever has. And I don't think it's getting any better. But at the same time, you can keep pace with anybody in the NFC at this point. Mm-hmm. So it's an encouraging game. But at the same time, it's like, well, we also got absolutely demolished on defense.
Right.
So I don't know. I'm very excited for the playoffs to start, especially the NFC, because I don't really care about the last spot there. You know, who cares? And the seeding is kind of all set as well. So it's like, it's a little bit less interesting to me, Week 18 in the NFC, but Week 18 in the AFC is going to be really fun, I think.
I think so, too.
Yeah. The Rams will take on the Falcons next week. Like we said, if the Falcons can win out, the Panthers have are basically in, like no matter what.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they play tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, today.
So that game does have some sort of playoff implication. The Rams, I don't think can't even get the 1 seed anymore. I think they're basically at 5 locked in, essentially.
Crazy.
Or I guess they're fighting with whoever loses this game, the Niners and Seahawks, to get a better playoff spot. They may be the 6th seed, which is wild. And they might have to go to Philadelphia and play again. But
oh my gosh, imagine.
Yeah.
I think they win that one.
But it'll be an interesting game tomorrow. Not really. I think the Rams won by 1 million. But who knows? I also thought they beat the Seahawks by 1 million, and that didn't happen.
That is true.
So.
That is true. So, hey, miracles can happen.
Yeah. But we're going to go ahead and call it there because the animals have been stressing us out a lot, and they've been making more noise than usual, making a lot of this unusable, which is frustrating. So I actually have to edit this one.
Awkward. It's because it's getting windy here in Houston. We've been having a lot of hot weather, very hot Christmas. Mm-hmm. And now it's like 50, 40 degrees.
Yeah.
with a bunch of wind, so the
Yeah.
animals don't like it.
Yeah, but we hope you had a good Christmas. We hope you had happy Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, anything you celebrate this holiday season. We're looking forward to a new year, a playoff run for the Texans. Hoping we can get it done next Sunday, but we're so grateful we got it done this week. We're into the playoffs. That's all you can ask for.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we've been Aaron and Elle on Kirby Drive. I've been Aaron.
I've been Ellie.
And we'll see you next week to talk playoffs.
Woo! Bye.